Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills, and it's coming up next.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes, because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Allen going to go to the air right away. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So now on fourth down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 13 yards out. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They juked him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
from the 43. Here's 2nd and 6.
Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
That is caught, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's Allen to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Allen going to try and keep it. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Patterson to start the drive. And just shutting him off there. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he gets it down to the 32. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Wilson completes it to Austin. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 5.
Wilson. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go now. Let's go.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Now Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense. First here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. To get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On play action, Fields. He's got this to Pickens. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
My goodness, they've come out locked. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Off play action, Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Harris running straight ahead. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he... Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They opt to go for it, and they get it. First. To the pickup of 5.
Well, that's... there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, nothing fancy. fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one good carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did it on that play.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Cook.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
Cordell Patterson.
And they can't bring him down. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to throw, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. They hand this off to Harris, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to 16.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown!
Najee Harris. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Oh, they stop. Thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline. Their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, Allen. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Alert! Alert!
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Throwing, Allen. That is caught by Shakir. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So now the Steelers down by a field goal, a minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Bass on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out come the Steelers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, could have gone for more.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Fields. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.